I've made the cow for the Farm Fun pattern. He's kind of a lost video. We didn't have him on our original video, and we had a person request this, so don't be afraid to request something you don't understand, and I'll be happy to record it for you. But this is a little tutorial for the cow, and I think this will really help you. Now I'm making all of my cow dimensional pieces by putting 2 pieces of fabric right side together and a copy of my pattern on top of each little piece. Now the ears are stacked with pink and the cow fabric, and once we've sewn on the solid line and backstitch in different openings, then I'm going to cut on the outside dash line. Then take the paper out, turn them right side out. Then the little cow feet I stitched down the middle to make it like a cloven hoof. Now the neck only has this part sewn. Everything else will be cut because it will be in the seams, and we'll show you how to place the neck and the head. Now we're going to start putting the little head unit together that just sits on top of the body. Now when we did our muzzle, we sewed all the way around on the layers of fabric, then cut on the outside dash line and slit 1 layer of fabric that we turned it through so that this whole area would be nice and rounded. Then we've whip stitched this part and the tongue. I think this is called the star, head star. It's just a coloring on the face of the cow. Then we're going to put the rest of the cow here, whip stitch that, and whip stitch his horns like that. Then we're going to take his ears and then just fold down 1 corner, put those ears, whip stitch those ears to the back like that. Okay, and we'll show you that all whip stitched together, and then we'll show you how to put the body on the block. Now I've Xeroxed my cow block, and I've placed area number 1 with background right side away so that all of area 1 is covered. Then I've machine basted where the neck of the cow goes into the seam. I folded across here so that I could see the edge of the block as well on this side. Now I have my cow neck, and I'm going to place the raw edges 1/4 of an inch past the basting and 1/4 of an inch below that folded line. Then I'll take a piece of background fabric large enough to cover area 2. Now I'll place that right side down along this area where I've basted, and I'll pin it to secure it. Turn it over and sew this whole line, the whole thing all the way up. Then when that is sewn, I'll trim the extra out of the seam, and it will fold back and cover area 2. Plus my raw edges are below the block, and we'll show you what that looks like. Now we've trimmed that extra out of the seam and folded back area 2. Then we turned it over and we cut it out, adding 1/4 of an inch to the outside. Now we'll put his knuckle bones on top of that, and his 2 little cloven feet on top of that. I'll pin that so that when he's put in the quilt, his little feet will fold down. Okay, they'll be in the seam. Now I finished his head. I've just whip stitched everything on the back. It looks a little strange on the back, but it won't show. I've put buttons for his eyes and his nose. You can use felt circles and blanket stitch around, put a little French knot in white for the eyes if you don't want to put buttons on this quilt, if it's going to go to a child. Then I will put his little face on top of his neck, and I will blind stitch him on, and I like to hold back the little edges and just catch him along the edge there so that he keeps a lot of his dimension, and he just turns out darling. And I hope this video helped.